带了没得？带没得啥子？来吃。他带了没得的？哎吃，来找。哎呀。
黑龙江省佳木斯市最近病例暴增。4月2号，当地向阳区物业指导中心在微信向阳区物业企业工作群发出紧急通知，说按照刚刚结束的防控会议要求，由于境外输入和无症状者呈几何式增长，防控形势回潮，各物业企业今晚连夜检查小区封闭围挡，能硬封闭的全部硬封闭。
现在进出口全部停掉了，仓库、办公室堆的全是货，富士康工厂里面还有几万件，怎么搞啊？
蛮开心，蛮激动
的。您是现在出城是去哪里呢？
回重庆。
这次在武汉就是待了多久啊？
待了70多天了，76天吧有。因为我老家是武汉的，但我现在在重庆生活。
然后武汉能够度过这次难关，你最想感谢或者是最想什么的是谁啊？
感谢我自己，因为可能很多人像我这样吧，就是一回来就遇到这个事情，然后会很焦虑嘛。然后我又是个女孩子，我心理承受压力的能力可能不是那么好，然后就很多情绪就爆发了，然后就特别焦虑，每天待在家里不能出门，然后又担心父母，然后还会担心家里的其他人，就是压力其实蛮大的。然后现在终于熬过来了，什么都好了，所以我觉得最该感谢的是自己。
据天眼查最近发布的数据显示，受疫情影响，第一季度大陆企业有超过46万家倒闭，其中57%的企业存活不足3年。另外，还有2.6万家外贸企业在此期间注销、吊销。
很多外贸公司基本上就开始放假，因为很多客户的订单有的就直接取消了，有的是延迟发货，所以说很多外贸公司都是苦不堪言的，肯定会造成大量的失业。而且我们也发现很多工厂已经提前放假了，或者是倒闭了，大量的工人在往回走。
有经济学家估计，中国总计约有6000万人在和出口相关的行业工作，若出口下跌30%，则有可能造成约1800万人的失业。
疫情对全球都是很大的影响。中国出口源头被堵住的话，整体的国民经济当然是受了重大的影响。复工返乡这个情况呢，因为广东的劳动局的那个文件中，我看到广东的工厂可能有80%陆续的关闭，复工可能要到8月份以后。
疫情还打击了中国很多行业和商铺，有大陆民众指出，失业潮将使没有积蓄的人，还有背负房贷等债务的人生活陷入绝境，引发社会动荡。
生意不是很好，很多订单没有，每个人都要勒起裤带过一段苦日子，除非那些财大气粗的，不然的话基本上也都是要凉凉了。旅游业冲击是最大的，实体店的冲击，我感觉他们的转换率非常之高。
最近网上视频显示，嘉信外贸厂倒闭，员工等零遣散费。江苏无锡一家公司没订单，资金断裂，老板突然跑路。另外，大批的复工人员没有工作，因此广州火车站出现返乡潮。
万和城修空调掉下来，已经没有呼吸了。
还在俄罗斯的华人朋友一定要注意啊！昨天由莫斯科转弗拉迪沃斯托克入境绥芬河的旅客中，发现10多名。
前几天的冰山一角，现在变成了人山人海，记都记不动了噻，失业了，没来的不下来。
国风对面发现肺炎感染了。
告诉你说你是未来的主人翁，在红橙黄绿的世界里，你是未来的主人翁，在每一张陌生的面孔寻找儿时的光荣，因为我们的孩子们太少，他们什么都不懂啊。我听到无言的抗议在他们悄悄的睡梦中，我们不要一个被科学体系污染的天空，我们不要被你们发明变成电脑儿童。长大了，眼睛摸索着一个真心的关怀。每一个来到世界的生命的期待，因为我们改变的世界将是他们的未来。每一个今天来到世界的婴孩，长大了，眼睛摸索着一个真心的关怀。每一个来到世界的生命的期待，因为我们改变的世界将是他们的未来。就飘来飘去，就这么飘来飘去。
The UK is uniting behind Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who's now in a stable condition but still in intensive care.
The UK has seen its largest daily death toll so far, 786 lives lost. The nation's count now past 6,000.
None of us have ever seen anything like this.
Thousands of patients facing the same fight as their Prime Minister.
After 5 consecutive days of fewer and fewer new deaths, Spain saw a sharp increase in coronavirus fatalities on Tuesday. As total French fatalities from the virus passed 10,000 on Tuesday, President Macron was listening to the concerns of medical centre staff. One detailed how a lack of protective gowns is the main problem here. The pandemic continues to challenge European democracy, and Poland's right-wing government is pressing on with presidential elections next month, despite a chorus of public and political opposition.
Everything happened very quickly.
In un primo momento non sembrava questo Covid.
Army comes and say nobody can enter, nobody can exit.
This is just a tiny village, completely sealed off from the rest of the country.
The WHO, that's the World Health Organization, receives vast amounts of money from the United States, and we pay for a majority, a biggest portion of their money. And they actually criticized and disagreed with my travel ban, and they were wrong. They've been wrong about a lot of things. And they had a lot of information early, and they didn't want to, they seem to be very China-centric. And if you look back over the years even, they're very much, everything seems to be very biased toward China.
Senator, the president is slamming the World Health Organization. I'm sure you know that. He says they've been routinely wrong. He said they were strongly against the travel ban back in January. He says that everything is positive toward China. They're not giving us the right information, and that the U.S. is the primary funder of that organization. We give the most money, but yet we don't get the most help, he says. So he's talking about cutting funding. Lindsey Graham says he's definitely going to do that. What do you say?
Well, a couple things. On the World Health Organization, let's remember that on the front lines, they have people all over the world that are doing a phenomenal job in terms of epidemiologists that are doing research and so forth. Our problem's with the leadership, because the World Health Organization serves an important purpose. Unfortunately, it has been politicized. China has undertaken an effort over the last 15 years to sort of infiltrate and exert influence over international organizations at the UN and, of course, the World Health Organization. And what you saw early on in this pandemic is they went to China and came out saying that China's doing a great job, that everything they're saying is true, and then condemning not just the U.S., but also condemning any country that considered bans on travel from or to China. And there's evidence of that it's been politicized, that the World Health Organization at its leadership level was politicized by Chinese influence and Chinese money. And that's unfortunate, because that organization should not be political and should not be making public health pronouncements under duress from any country in the world. It should be making those pronouncements on the basis of medical science. And so I have deep concerns about it, and that's why, I hope that at a minimum we can get the leader of that organization to resign, because he's definitely been politicized.
The Chinese government have lied about this from the very start, and they'll continue to do so. They cannot afford the public over there to realise how badly they've handled it. This has been botched, totally and utterly botched from the beginning. And of course, regimes like that, totalitarian regimes, just can't afford that kind of news to get out. And they'll shoot anyone who tries.
By the way, Josh Rogan over at the Post is the single best columnist about all of this in regards to the Chinese Communist Party and understanding. He understands at a very deep level. This is about the freedom of the Chinese people. It's not about opposing the Chinese people. It's opposing the dictators. And he is a fantastic columnist. That's the Harris-Harvard poll. Look, I've said this now for 2 years. The framing mechanism for the 2020 campaign was always going to be China. Now, this pandemic exacerbated or brought it all forward, but the confrontation of the Chinese Communist Party and the rise to trying to become a hegemon, the hegemonic power, not just to confront the West, but to destroy the West, is been obvious for many, many years. And now you have it in living daylight. You can't avoid it. It's right there. We have to deal with the situation that our elites, by and large, from Wall Street to corporate America to the political class, there are many, many elites, our institutions are bought and paid for with Chinese Communist Party blood money. Okay, that's just it's an unpleasant fact, But it's all, and I keep saying, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. The record is there. It's all going to come out. And people are investigating this nonstop. My phone blows up all day long of people now doing investigations, finally connecting dots about how we got into the situation. This is about the managed decline. The managed decline of the United States of America was around, the central part of it was de-industrializing this country, taking us from the greatest manufacturing powerhouse in the history of mankind to make us basically supplicants. We're now supplicants, so that the Chinese are nice. They pat us on the head and they send some ventilators to us. I chose my words carefully, but I meant this concept about premeditated murder. This comes off the breaking exclusive news story in the New York Post the other day, which basically cites the customs and border that you can go online and we monitor of what China did. What happened is they did not tell the Chinese Communist Party, being it was their biological Chernobyl, did not inform the world and suppressed the information until it started to break out around Chinese New Year's, where they couldn't hold it back anymore, because the greatest migration in history every year is the 500 million people in China that go home to be with their family and be with their folks. And so when they couldn't do that, but at the same time, what the Chinese Communist Party was doing was ordering around, they vacuumed up from Europe, the United States, and essentially Brazil. We'll get other data later about India, but they swept up, at least from those three big zones, they swept up all the personal protective equipment, the PPE, the masks, the gloves, the outer garments, all of that. So they swept it up so they would have it in a strategic stockpile, be able to bleed it back to the world, understanding a pandemic was coming.
亲爱的兄弟姐妹们，国内的战友们，我再次告诉大家，千万不要反攻，千万不要随便上街。你看到昨天武汉的一个人倒地了啊，但是在大街上走着走着，嘣一下倒了，他挡不住盖不住了嘛。在家里边死了，在家里边倒地下的，你永远不会知道。我们国内的战友们给我发信息说，郭先生，你一定要告诉战友们，我们现在这块的数据和死的人和现在天天烧的人啊，那是天文数字，那可不是走在大街上倒下他没办法了，他警察不能马上给他拽走啊，从来不存在什么第二次爆发第三次爆发，一直都在爆发。我们没必要说这个假话，我们希望中国真的是零感染，这是我们的家人，我们的亲人都在国内呢，我们的战友都在国内呢，我们当然需要你最希望就是你零感染的共产党了，你太牛了，那就我们给你磕一个去，但它不是事实啊，战友们，这是一个。第二个，经济糟糕到什么程度？我告诉你们，我这乱讲话是瞎蒙了，说蒙着了。1星期前，中南坑里边听了李克强叫对经济形势的几点意见，其中的几点意见呢，其中一条就告诉他说，中国将面临着3000万到4000万的失业，而且是中长期性的。战友们，你们去查查中国的经济数据。3000万到4000万的失业是什么概念？美国现在已经是1000万了，你觉得中国能是300万吗？可能吗？东莞有一个数据大家一定要记住，东莞的是否是有多少复工了，这有点用电量。整个东莞的用电量过去的3周是过去的8%，不超过12%。东莞有多少人外加企业？这是一个。第二个，大家看湖北，湖北一直就是8%到15%。你相信他这个经济能会好吗？然后是这个金融市场，上海的、香港的、深圳的，大家如果是有大股，像我们基金只要是一大出单，立马就给你聚回来。电脑故障你卖不出去，你卖个10股、8股、甚至1万股，你卖个100万股试试去，不让你卖，只让你买，然后你卖了，你买了，那个电脑数据没有任何变化，就是靠电脑手指的控制。 现在共产党从过去的中午睡啊，玩手指头，现在整个在这个股票市场、金融市场完全靠手指头，典型的王岐山手指头党。